I've been doing more exploring in the woods lately, and I decided that I may need to find some way to help me get back. I don't want to get lost out there. So what I did is I went and ordered myself a Garmin Fenix watch. It's pretty cool. It's a GPS watch, and it has a bunch of other features. Now when I got it, it came with this plasticky, rubbery watch band, which is fine. It works fine. It's just when you're out and you're hiking and you're sweaty and sticky, a cloth band is a little bit, to me, it's a little bit more comfortable. So I went ahead and replaced this rubber one with a cloth one. Now the cloth one came with basically everything you needed to replace it, and it's made by Garmin. There we go, made by Garmin. It comes with a hardware packet, the tools to change it, and it actually has instructions. Now the Garmin itself, I got the refurbished one because, well, actually it costs less. It has a 1-year warranty, and that was good for me. It comes with the little charger adapter thingy for household current, a USB charging cord, and a bunch of packing material and stuff. It has, what is it called, a warranty registration card, which is more like a warranty registration piece of paper. They just don't make cards like they used to. Packing material, more packing material. It's well packed, and also has a Garmin Fenix quick start guide for you quick starters out there. And of course it has what's called the Important Safety and Product Information Guide in several different languages. Oh, gee, phew, that was close. Let me move some of this stuff back, give myself a little more room. It's big though. Compared to my Timex there, it's a bit bigger and thicker as well, but it does a lot. It does a lot more than just tell time. And I'm going to go ahead and move the camera and show you all a little bit of what it does. But first, for the heck of it, I got, again, it's made by Garmin. It's the Garmin Tempi wireless temperature sensor. Just for the fun of it, because when we're out hiking and such, I often wonder, how hot is it really? And so far out on the trail, I've got it up to 102 degrees in the sun and 94 degrees in the shade. Very interesting. Well, let me go ahead and move the camera and I'll show you some of the features of this thing. Okay, here you go. That's a bit of a close-up on the watch there. Now, if you scroll through, these are the scroll buttons. This is like your enter button, your back button, and your light button. It does have a light. And let me see if you can see that. You push that button once. I don't know if you can see that, but it does glow. And on here you got the time, the day, and the date. Push the down button. You have your compass heading, what direction I'm pointing in right now. Altimeter on 461 feet above sea level. Barometer, wow, that's pretty good. I'm gonna get out and go for a walk. Temperature right now, well, in the house it's 83, so it's kind of warm in here. And back to that, push this button, you got your start GPS, and it also shows you how much battery you have. Go into setup, more on that later. Clock, alerts, which I don't use. Waypoints, which I also don't use. Tracks, which I do use. And we're going to go on a hike today and check that out. Routes, GPS tools, profiles. You go into your profiles and you can pick what you want the watch for. I mainly use it for hiking, but it could be hiking. Well, I'll just scroll through. Cycling I also use because we do get our bikes out on the trail. Fishing, I'm not sure how it helps with fishing. And back to hiking. That's mainly where I keep it. Let's go this way. VIRB remote, I don't know what that is. Share data, I have no idea. But we're back to profiles. Now there's people that complain that it takes too long for it to link up to a satellite. So let's go ahead and start that and see how long it takes. Okay, locating. Well, that took a few minutes. I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 minutes. Not too much. But the thing is, what you can do is, like, I could leave it on right now. Okay? And then head on out to the trail. But you're saying, but it's incorrect. The information is not right. If you take it to the trail right now, it won't have the correct information on it. Well, the thing about this watch is, a really cool thing, is you can push this button and hold it in. And you could pause the tracking. Just highlight pause tracking, push the button, and it's paused. And also up here, that's your satellite signal and how much battery life you got left. So I just charged this thing, so I got a lot of battery life left. And what's also cool is you can go down here and you could clear your track. So I can just clear all the information that it's been recording. Just push that. Clear track, yes. And I can leave the GPS on. Push this button to get out of that screen. Remember, that's your back one. And there you go. Now when I get to where I want to start, when I get to the trailhead, I'll just hold that in and push the orange button and start tracking. But for right now, oh, let me show you this too. That little symbol at the top, that's your satellite symbol. That means that I am now communicating with the satellite. Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stop this. Just like that. What I've done also, along with getting this cloth watch band, it's more like a woven nylon, I guess. But it's still a lot more comfortable than that rubber watch band. I know it's plastic, but you know, it feels better. I got this little thing. This is actually a remote temperature sensor. It's called the Garmin Tempe. Now, as far as I'm concerned, that stays in there pretty good. The watch, it uses a watch battery, and the battery is contained behind this cover here. The cover comes with the battery. You just put it in place, turn it, line up the little dots, and you're good to go. Oh, snap it over a strap or something, shoelace. Makes it handy, or you just put it in your pocket for that matter. Well, no, that wouldn't work very good. But somewhere on the outside of your pack, if you're wearing a pack, or well, it's just handy. But you got to set it up. Now I've already set it up, but it's easy to do. It's a simple thing. You just go into setup. Okay, same thing. Push the orange button. System, nope. Data pages, nope. Sensors, nope. Antenna sensors, because it's a remote sensor and it It's a remote sensor and it sends a signal to the watch. Go into antenna sensors, push the button, and it will go through various sensors, bike speed, cadence, and that's it, tempi. And it's already connected. But basically, you bring up tempi, you push the button, and then you just follow the prompts, and it'll hook it up for you. Yeah, you just keep hitting back until you get back to where you were. And there's our temperature, 87 degrees. That's inside the house here. So, you know, it's good. It's pretty warm in the house. It's going to be pretty warm outside. And when I go for a walk, I'm really going to enjoy it. So next up, I'm going to go ahead and take this thing out, take it up in the mountains, and show y'all how it works. Or how I work it anyway. See you on the trail. Alright, we're here at the trailhead. That's my truck. I've got my pack ready. Actually, this is like my camera bag. I got my little temperature sensor on it. And I'm going to go ahead and head on up to the trailhead, and we'll check my stats once I get up there. See you then. Alright, let's see how we did now. That's 1.11 miles in 22-ish seconds. 91 degrees. Oh, what does that say? Yeah, 91 degrees. Okay, there you can see my little trail. And you can see that I'm standing sideways on the little trail right now. Hope there's not too much glare on this thing. Let's see. I went up 361 feet. And right now I'm standing still. Total above sea level is 854 feet. There's the compass heading. And where's the clock? Back to the clock. And you can see that the satellite is still connected. So now, hey, how's it going? Now, we're going to head to our next place, our next point, and continue on from there. And I'll check in periodically. Now the trail going on is kind of remote, and I kind of like it. There's some interesting stuff out there, and I'll turn the camera on when we get there. See you then. Let's see, about 1.5 miles in, and we're at the trailhead. Okay, now, like I said, there's some interesting stuff up here. And I'll switch the camera on when we get to it. Actually, no, I'll explain when we get there. It looks like we're approaching the end of the trail here, but actually it's not the end of the trail. It's where this trail crosses over to another trail. Because if you look here, that looks like, you know, as far as you can go. But if you come around here, you can see that there's a little trail here that crosses over to a trail there. Now you got to be careful here because it's kind of slick and slippery, and let's see if I can make it without, whoa, little slide. Okay, then just up this other side here. Now one of these days, actually, I've already explored it in this direction, and then I decided to check it out in this direction. Now when you're at little crossovers like that and you're walking in the woods, I keep my eyeballs open for landmarks. And that yellow gate there, that's not how. That's a pretty good landmark. So, let's go and check this trail out. Okay, we're approaching another one of those crossover spots. So, let me show you. it looks pretty much like the trail's ending here, but if you look over here, you can see that it just crosses over here to the other side. So I'm going to cross over here to the other side. You can also tell that hunters have had their four-wheelers back here, because this is a wildlands area, or what they call a wildlife management area. And during hunting season, there are hunters. Now, my landmark is that tree, and what is that? I think that's a poplar tree, I'm not sure. But you can see it goes this way, and it goes back the other way. But I also know that up here, if you walk up this ways a little bit, there's a concrete pier block right there. So that's a landmark too. Keep an eyeball out for that. And coming up here, this should kind of give you an idea what was back here back in the day. Got a couple of railroad ties there, and a couple of railroad ties over there. So yeah, this used to be a train track. Isn't that cool? Can't really imagine how it went through here. All this is growing in. They pulled up the tracks, closed it down, and it's all growing in. Nature is taking it all back. Just every now and then you can see a sign of something like that pier block and the railroad ties. And well, there's something else up here. I'll show you. Okay, here's something else. Here's one of the cool things. Well, not this big gated fence thing, but this old railroad bridge, railroad trestle bridge, I guess. There's no railroad tie there. And let's see if we can get you a shot through here. This goes across the Potomac River. I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to try to do a around the corner shot. Oh geez, that's a long way to go. Alright, here we go. Check this out. I don't want to do that too many more times. But that's the Potomac River down there. And that's the old railroad bridge that used to go across. Well, it still goes across it, but yeah. There's no train on it anymore. So we're going to turn around at this point. And I got, oh jeez, spider webs. And I got more cool stuff to show you. There's that big old concrete pier block that we may note of on the way out. And where's that tree? It should be right up here somewhere. Somewheres. Okay, there's that tree. So we know that we got a crossover point right here. And there it is. Except we're not going to cross over right now. We're going to keep going. I got something else to show you. Check that out. Looks like an old abandoned train tunnel. Now this is about as close as I can get because, well, it's quite swampy through here. And my boots are kind of sinking as is. So I'm going to try and get myself turned around here and get back to the trail where it's a little more solid. But, see if I can do a close-up on that. This thing's got a digital zoom, so I know it's not that clear. But can you see all the way down to the other side? Okay. I'm gonna try and get myself turned around, and let's check this out now. We're 3.64 miles in an hour and 20 minutes. And I just checked, temperature's only 87 degrees, but we'll see what it's like out in the sun. Next up, I want to go out to my favorite part on the trail. It's very sunny. I hope the sun stays out for it. We'll see you there. Check that out. An old crossbar. Looks like an old crossbar off a telegraph pole. Yeah, that's where the insulators went. Isn't that cool? Okay, well, off we go. Actually, this is kind of nice here. I like being out in the sunshine. Makes me feel happy. Okay, well, we got a little ways to go till we get back to that crossover and head on back. See you then. Alright, there's the tree that marks my crossover. And whoop, and I almost tripped. Concrete block up here, I don't think y'all can see it. But here's my crossover. So I'm gonna cross over and head on up the other side. Okay, there's that yellow gate that we took note of on the way out, so we know that we got a crossover coming up here. Let me get in the right lane. Keep an eyeball open for it. And there it is. Cross over there and go up that next trail. And again, we've reached my favorite part of the trail. It's nice and sunny here. And usually I come out and I just hang out here for a little while. It's remote. Oh, there have been other people out here, but not many, not very often. But it's bright, and it's warm, and it's sunny. And let's see what my watch says about the temperature. 89 degrees right now. In fact, let me just do this real quick. We've been 4.9 miles in 1 hour and 49 minutes. 700 feet above sea level. And it's 1:06 in the afternoon. So I don't know if my watch matches my camera or whatever, but I'm sure it's close enough. So I'm just going to hang out here for a little while and then head on that hill and then head back to the truck, and we'll check my total stats then. Even though I know the way back, I hit the track back just to show y'all what it looks like. And let's see if I can get this so there's not too much glare. You can see where the little pointer is, I hope. And it's pointing my way back. All I gotta do is follow that trail and it'll show me the way to go home. And there's another thing, I gotta be moving for this one. It shows me how many minutes I got left at the top there to get back to where I started. Shows me how many miles I got to go, 1.34 miles left to get back to my starting point. And the estimated time I'm going to get there is going to be 2:01 in the afternoon. Now that's pretty cool. So we're going to head on back to the truck. Oh, 1:54. I'm catching up to it. We're going to head on back to the truck and check out my total stats once I get there. Okay, we're back at the truck, and let's see. It's been 6.81 miles in 2 hours and 36 minutes. Not too bad. Not the best, but not too bad. Anyway, y'all kind of saw what I was hiking through, so it's been a pretty good day so far. See y'all around.